Welcome, everyone, to That Kind of Nerds podcast, a weekly show that tells you what is going on in the nerdy world. I am CJ Mellon, joined by Josh Burns and Brian Thornton.
What up?
You are interrupting me from my responsibility.
What, Spider-Man?
Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
How are you? So how are you handling Iron Fist right now, is what I want to know.
I'm not.
Oh,
I'm not either.
I'm handling Iron Fist.
I'm trying. I'm trying to get everything done. There's too much to do.
So much to do, so much to see. So much wrong with taking the bastard.
Can you not
Oh,
do that
my
ever?
God. No, we're never, not, I'm not, no, it's not okay. Smash Mouth is never okay.
Other than, but are you enjoying your Spider-Man experience? Is it good?
Yes, it's amazing. I just want to keep playing, but I'm here.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we did take last week off, but that doesn't mean that we forgot about you. As a matter of fact, we're going to share with you our artisanal, handcrafted blockbuster list. Okay. All right, Brian, take it away.
Oh, I'm doing this?
You do this every month. This is what happens. I introduce the blockbuster to you, and every month you go, "Oh, I'm in charge of this?" Yes, you are, Brian. This is your topic. I get to take a back seat.
You take all the time and prepare the topic.
Artisanal, handmade, buddy.
Artisanal, handcrafted.
I don't even know what artisanal means.
Look, it's responsibly sourced.
It sounds fancy.
It's conflict free.
Is it cruelty free?
Can we see where the blockbuster was raised? Are we able to see where? I want to see its home. I want to meet its friends if I can.
You can meet its friends.
Can I meet the farm? Can I speak with the farmer? I'm curious how.
The blockbuster, but every day when it's fed, it's also massaged.
It's free ranged, right? No cage.
Like I said, conflict free and responsibly sourced.
Okay, good. I appreciate that. I want to be a responsible moviegoer.
Well, depending on what you see on September 7th, you might be. Segue. September 7th has Peppermint, starring Jennifer Garner, and being I don't know, Taken, but with Jennifer Garner. Why are you shaking your head? You don't want to see this, do you?
Here's what happened. I was watching this trailer. I was like, this is going to be about like justice and like how the social justice system is all screwed up. I don't want to watch a movie.
Yeah, she's Punisher.
I was like, oh, okay. And then like it was flashing through stuff. I was like, oh, okay. This is like Jennifer Garner and Alias. Like I'm down with Jennifer Garner kicking ass. That was fine. And then it said from the director of Taken. I'm like, I like Taken, but that's okay. All right, that's caution, but not a strike against you. That's just cautious. And then as the trailer went on, I was like, oh, I don't want to see this.
How do you not want to see this?
I don't want to see. I can't even feign to pretend it's so Brian Roman doesn't pick it maliciously. I don't want to see Peppermint. Stupid freaking. Josh, what are your thoughts on Peppermint?
Is that the Jennifer Garner piece of shit?
Yep.
Again, I'm over here not complaining about it. It's a femme fatale movie. It's kind of my genre.
You love that stuff.
It's right up my alley. I mean,
I'm all about this.
It's gonna be a movie.
That's my opinion right there too. I don't hate this. I don't. This is not like The Meg or Skyscraper.
It's not. So it's not, in my opinion, it's not Atomic Blonde, but it's also not. What's the blaxploitation movie?
Proud Mary.
It's also not that.
Well, you probably should see this because it's better than what else came out this weekend. The Nun, which is, I really think whoever makes the Conjuring movies needs to know that movies usually go forward because this is a prequel to
point
the
of order.
prequel to
Point
the
of order.
prequel.
It's not Conjuring movies anymore. It's
a
Conjuring
universe.
Yes. They have their own universe. I wish someone could snap half of this shit away.
Here's the thing. I was listening to some thoughts and some commentators on this movie, and they said, "Did you know that the Conjuring, right? I think it's made by Sony, right? This is a Sony movie.
I believe so.
Nobody cares.
The Conjuring was inspired by true events, right?
By true events.
And I put that in air quotes.
Like every
What
horror
true
movie.
events?
And I put that in air quotes.
Was it somebody's scary sister in the corner? That was the true event?
So this couple was a real life couple who wrote a book about the fact that they're like ghost hunters, right? And Sony was like, hey, guess what? If this is inspired by true events, we don't have to pay the rights for this. Because it's a historical event, there's loopholes around this to make movies. And then the couple, right, and their estate sued Sony. And then Sony basically was charged with having to go to court and prove that ghosts were real, that this was true, and that's why they could skirt the rules on this. they settled out of court, but it would have been Sony's job to prove ghosts exist.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
That would have been interesting.
I would love to see the movie about that court case.
Take that movie.
Starring Matthew McConaughey.
No, gross. When I don't know how old I was, 18, 19. When did the Blair Witch Project come out?
98?
Yeah, okay, so maybe I was 17, 18 years old. I was convinced
that was a true story.
That actually happened.
Yeah.
I left
Everybody
that theater so frightened and offended by all the snot, but frightened that I really don't I don't participate in any of this stuff anymore.
You're not alone. I mean, that everyone thought it was real.
Okay, all right. I thought I was alone because I left the theater, and Laura was like, "What? No." And that was like sort of
there were no real found footage movies, so like this fooled
that was
everybody.
The first.
Who was standing? Why is there someone standing in the corner? I freaked out.
I know.
I freaked out.
I'll tell you what though. This was also the movie that was too scary for YouTube, and it wasn't too scary for YouTube. Like the ads, what the ads would do, it would make it look like your volume went up and down, and then it went too low. So then you jacked your volume up, and then it blew out your speakers and did a jump scare. And they're like, you can't fucking do that. So
I want to be clear. I almost punched both Brian and CJ watching the Meg because of I don't like jump scares.
Right.
Oh yeah.
So they very nearly both got punched. I will not be seeing The Nun, regardless of whatever voting happens.
It's not on the poll, so
I'm just putting it out there.
I specifically did not put it on the poll because I did not want to get punched.
Not gonna happen.
September 14th, which is a very special weekend for multiple reasons, but one of them is because the Predator movie comes out. Did you guys see the final trailer for the Predator?
I did not.
It looks good.
That's what I've heard.
That last trailer got me hyped for this movie. This looks good. I'm
it
stoked.
A Predator movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen, you had me at Keegan-Michael Key and Olivia Munn. So,
my God, Keegan-Michael Key is going to die in the first 20 minutes.
Perfectly, no.
But he's going to scream loud before he does.
I'm just going to enjoy. I'm going to enjoy the screen time while he's on there, and then I have Olivia Munn to fall back on, which is a perfectly fine.
Yeah, she'll be the one who survives.
She's going to end up in a sweaty white tank top.
I'm okay with
for
that.
half the movie.
Fine with that. Sign me.
That's what I'm saying.
Yep,
yeah.
No, I'm good for that.
Sign me up.
Yep.
Also, that weekend is the Paul Feig movie that I don't want to see, A Simple Favor. Even though it stars Anna Kendrick, I have no desire to see this movie.
We talked about this trailer when it came out, and we had the whole
Blake Lively thing, right?
Fiasco. Yeah, Blake Lively and oh my God, Paul Feig always works with Melissa McCarthy. And by the way, husband and wife. That explains why they always work together now.
I don't care.
I'm just saying. Listen. I'm not going to rush to the theaters to see this movie, but if it's on I don't know.
If it's in an AMC theater, I will see it for free.
There's nothing else that week. I mean, Predator's fine, but I'm not rushing to the theater to see Predator.
I'd rather see this than Predator.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah. Nah, man. Blake Lively, Anna Kendrick, give me them both all day.
This movie does look terrible. Don't get me wrong. It looks bad, but I'd rather see
Predator. It's a story like Brian said when the last time we talked about it, when I put the trailer in there, it's a story we've seen.
Yeah.
Right? But I do think there's probably a twist we're not, necessarily expecting, and that's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
But Blake Lively. I would watch Blake Lively eat pizza.
Peach? She could eat a peach for hours.
She could eat a peach for hours. Right. But that's kind of, sexy. I'm talking about just sloppy, greasy pizza. I don't care. Blake Lively.
All right.
Moving on. September 21st.
Was that too weird for you, Brian?
It
was graphic in nature, actually.
September 21st has the Jack Black young adult movie, I guess you would call it. The House with a Clock in its walls.
It's like he read the script for Goosebumps, too. It's like, I don't really want to do that one. I like the first one. And someone's like, hey, here's the Rejected. This is a book that was kind of like that. He goes, yeah, I'll do that. I get to wear a kimono. I'm down for that. It looks fine.
I don't know. I've never read the books. It looks fine.
It looks...
I'll see it.
It is a movie. It is not offensive. I'll say that. It's not The Nun. It's not offensive to me. I'll take it.
Feels like that's not the best thing. It feels like it's not the best thing coming out that day.
Oh, really?
Really?
What else is
you
coming
want to
out?
see the Sisters Brothers?
Oh, I would rather see the Sisters Brothers.
No. God, no.
No thanks.
Hard pass.
Why?
That's a good thing it's not in the poll.
Pass.
Why?
Everything about this is wrong. It's like they didn't obviously Jake Gyllenhaal was attached from day one for this script because that's how Jake Gyllenhaal is. But it seems like they wanted to get 2 other people, and we're like, I'll settle for Joaquin Phoenix. That'd be fine. We'll
John C. Reilly.
John C. Reilly also. No. This is dumb. This movie's dumb. Hard pass. Give me a Deadwood movie. Don't give me the Sisters Brothers. Sisters Brothers. Can't even say the title right. No.
Their last name is Sisters. They're the brothers. They're the Sisters Brothers.
That is stupid. There was only one thing in this trailer that was redeeming. And it's the moment where they like get into the house after they like had that shootout, and Joaquin Phoenix like opens up the music box and he's like, "You're not gonna like this part." And the only reason that's redeeming is like, oh, for a second I could kind of see the Joker in Joaquin Phoenix. I can kind of buy it now. And then the rest of the movie killed it for me. So no. Nope. Hard pass. You hear that?
I'm kind of
hard pass.
I'm kind of upset I didn't put it in the poll now.
No, fuck off. Never seen this movie. This and Bad Santa. Well, what was it? Bad Santa. What was the other one that I had to get a tattoo?
Bad Santa 2.
Yeah, never gonna see Bad Santa 2. Never gonna see the Sisters Brothers.
Speaking of hard pass, September 28th, Night School comes out, and I have no desire to see this ever.
No.
Ever.
No, thank you. If you're a Kevin Hart fan,
any thoughts on Night School?
Go for it, but no.
I am not a Tiffany Haddish fan. So, and just in terms of overacting,
yeah,
I am not a fan. I like Kevin Hart, but if you've seen both the trailers for this movie, it is not going to be good.
Yeah, no. You've seen the trailers. Guess what? You've seen the movie.
I'm guessing he graduates. Spoiler alert, I think he gets his GED and maybe gets lucky with the teacher. Just putting it out there. Also, the remake of Little Women come out. I didn't even know they were doing this.
I didn't know they were doing this either. This was like out of the blue, and like
I haven't even seen a trailer for it. Have you seen a trailer for it?
Yeah, when you sent me the list of movies that are coming out this month, I was like, "Oh, Little Women." I should watch the trailer.
I didn't even know there was. No, I had no idea.
No,
does it look good?
Yeah, it's definitely not for everybody. I could. My wife will probably want to see it, so this will be an A-list movie. Well, 100% this is an A-list movie. So I'm like. I'll see it, but like I'm not gonna be happy about it. But at least the ticket's free.
Okay, all right. Also that week, and the reason I put this movie on here is because it is Robert Redford's last movie.
Oh, really?
That he's going to be acting in.
No.
This is his final movie that he did before he retired. Old Man and the Gun comes out.
Let me say something. I love Robert Redford. I think
who doesn't?
I think he is amazing. There are people who don't know or appreciate.
He's
Robert
in Captain
Redford.
America. Who doesn't love him?
Sure. We'll go with Captain America as the way to
well, yeah, and a gajillion other things.
Okay.
I'm just saying. I just watched
this movie. Starts off, I'm like, this is gonna be good. This is cool. Like the old con man, the old bank robber, the guy's like just kind of riding through the rest of his life doing it, and then it turns into this stereotypical Fox Searchlight movie. That I'm like, oh, right, this is what I'm starting to realize that I now understand what a movie looks like by a certain studio. And this just hard turns into a Spotlight movie, and I'm like, oh, I'm out of here. Nope.
Are you surprised by the man who founded Sundance that he would be in this?
I wanted it to be a different movie. It starts off with the movie I want, and then turns into a movie nobody cares or asks for. So, give me the old guy who just bank robs, and there's no like, well, I wonder what it all means, man. I don't need that shit. I just give me the old guy.
That sigh was so sad.
It hurts me.
The sigh of true sadness.
Oh, God, hurts.
Maybe this will perk your spirits up. Smallfoot comes out as well.
Fuck this movie. Fuck this movie. And I hope all copies of it burn in a fire.
Oh man, I should have put this on the poll.
I hope this movie dies in a pit of shit. No.
Why do you have so much hate for Smallfoot?
It's so stupid. And the voice acting, like no one's even trying.
Well, because it's Channing Tatum. He doesn't ever try.
He's got kids.
Nope.
This
doesn't have to try.
This is I have kids.
He can't act.
No.
He definitely can't voice act.
Oh,
didn't we see this trailer when we went to see the Meg?
We did.
Yes.
Ugh.
I thought it was hilarious.
Ugh.
I'm sitting there watching these giant creatures talking to each other, but humans only hear them screaming. I think it's hilarious. Like it's a good kids movie.
Am I alone though in thinking that this movie is just a big pile of donkey shit?
Oh no, I think it's going to be awful. It's the one subplot of Monsters Inc. and that's the entire movie.
Yeah.
And in the end, they're all going to be friends, and they're going to realize it was all just a misunderstanding.
Oh God! It looks like Hotel Transylvania had like the half a script from maybe a spinoff of the Yeti from Monsters Inc. Like, yeah, that's a movie. We'll do that. We get Magic Mike to play the Yeti. That'll work.
Yeah, I'd hate Channing Tatum. If you are a Patreon subscriber of $10 or more, you get to decide which movie we get to see, and your choices are. I should have made it Smallfoot, but it is actually Peppermint, The Predator, A Simple Favor, and The House with a Clock in Its Walls. So, be kind to us. Please don't make me see A Simple Favor. Thank you.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, now that we've got the blockbuster out of the way, and again, Brian, thank you so much for your handcrafted selections for this month. And again, please be kind. Rewind. It's time to talk about the world of TV and movies in a segment that we call Screen to Stream. Couple quick items. I just want to start off with one thing. We have an official release date for the new season of Doctor Who. It'll be October 7th, which is asking now for a status report, Mr. Brian Thornton, for something here, because you said as soon as I start Veronica Mars, that you would start catching up on the Capaldi seasons of Doctor Who. I sent you a picture. I have indeed started my Veronica Mars. I'm curious to see if you have started your Peter Capaldi seasons of Doctor Who.
No, I'm playing Spider-Man.
But Spider-Man just came out today, so what were you doing? I was
preparing to play Spider-Man.
You got. Well, you have a little bit of time. You have 30 days from today.
I never made the agreement that I was going to make it happen before October 7th. So I have time.
Do I have to go to the tape? I think Josh coerced you into that.
No, Josh said that's what I should do. I never agreed to it.
Oh,
I just said I would watch it.
Lawyer me on this one.
Mm-hmm.
I got to tell you, it felt pretty clear that when CJ started the crappy show, you would resume the good show.
First off, Veronica Mars is a very good show.
Yeah, it's not crappy. It's really good.
Secondly,
it's wonderful. I'm very happy for both.
I will. What? You just started it last week. I've had a busy week. My anniversary was this week. Like I had shit to do.
Happy anniversary. Like,
thanks.
I do mean that sincerely, despite my tone. I actually do mean that very sincerely. I didn't mean it wasn't like fuck you, happy anniversary. Although a little bit fuck you. Here's why. I know for a fact that you have an hour in your waking day to watch some bullshit, right? I mean, I managed to watch all kind of bullshit, and I'm a busy dude too.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
You spend a lot of time on planes. That helps.
I mean, yeah, all right. Planes, yeah. Hotels,
trains,
absolutely.
automobiles.
The past couple months, a lot of alone time for sure. There's a point where you say, I've got an hour. I can watch an episode of something. Because I committed to my brothers to go do
I will.
No. Yeah, Christian says I will all the time. And when he does, I say, no, you fucking do it now or no video games tomorrow. And then he
first off, you can't take away my video games.
No, that's for sure. It's very clear. You're a grown-ass man. I can't do that shit, right? I can't make you go play your saxophone. But at some point, you got to think. You got a fucking dog. You got a responsibility.
I don't have a dog.
You get out there and you find that fucking dog.
I'm really confused by your analogies right now.
I can't make you play your saxophone. Oh God! Now I know. Just because I know that Christian plays the saxophone, I know from context what that is. But just from an outsider's perspective, I feel like that's like something you would find in a cookie. Like a fortune cookie, like you open it up, it goes, I can't make you play your saxophone. Only you can. The fuck does that mean? Is this a cipher? Am I being recruited?
Should I check with the Germans? What is
the
this
CIA
mean?
code?
Oh my god, I think I got someone else's cookie. This is not good. This is clearly meant for Jack Ryan. This is not meant for
All
me.
I wanted was the seltzer, but they gave me the cookie that said I should play my own saxophone.
They said you could have the low battery strawberry seltzer, but instead I'm at the CIA farm. I'm at the wrong place.
It's just me and Pacino here.
Oh god, no.
He keeps telling me I'm the knock.
It's not good. Moving on to some new news, which is Doctor Who adjacent. Matt Smith and Kerry Russell have been cast in Star Wars Episode 9. To which I say, great. Now, Internet, do me a favor. Lay off. Stop trying to solve who they're going to play and just say, hey, Matt Smith and Kerry Russell. Fantastic.
You're not going to know. We've got Matt Smith. He's going to be, a General Hux guy, right? He's going to have to be.
You think he's going to be a bad guy?
Oh, he's going to be a
bad guy.
bad guy.
He'd be a great...
Why?
He's playing Charles Manson in a movie. Yes, he's going to be a bad guy.
He's going to be a bad guy. I think for sure. Yeah.
I thought he was going to be a buddy of Ray's.
Oh, no.
Kerry Russell is going to be like the replacement for Laura Dern type thing, right? I mean, okay. So, we kind of agree. We get it. That's what everybody... I think that's what everybody's saying.
Oh,
I haven't read.
Oh, sir, the Reddit.
You think Matt Smith is going to be like a Jedi?
Oh, they're going like down all the rabbit holes, extended universe, and the shit out of it all. Oh,
he's
please.
very clearly
People just
like a
can't-
British officer guy. Like,
They just can't accept good news and be like, I have to know what it is and build up expectations.
Nah,
and
I'm
then when
very
they don't
excited.
meet my expectations, I complain that the movie is ruining my childhood. How about you just shut up and say,
the
I like Matt Smith and Kerry
childhoods.
Russell. This will be fine. And then you just walk away. And then if they're in the trailer, they're in the trailer. If they're not in the trailer, shut up and watch the goddamn movie. I'm in a mood. Can't do it.
So who do you think they're going to play?
I hate you so much. So this is a story that I was kind of happy to read. There is a new Big Trouble in Little China movie that's kind of been floating around in the ether. It is starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and they put out a press release saying, "Hey, listen, this is not a remake. We are not going to remake Big Trouble in Little China. You can't remake Big Trouble in Little China. That's just insulting and wrong. This is like a sequel. This is like tangential to the movie. The Rock is not going to play the same character. It's a totally different thing. It just happens to be in the same
The Rock
space.
is not Jack Burton.
Right, which is what more studios need to do. If you really like that universe, you really like that movie, just make something to add to it instead of trying to remake it.
CJ, I mean, it's tough because China's very little.
And there's a lot of... It's Big Trouble.
It's
It's not just one movie trouble. It's Big Trouble.
It's Big Trouble. I agree with you. The trouble is massive, but it's a tiny town.
Josh, are you at least happy to hear that this isn't a complete remake of the movie?
Okay, yes and no.
Okay.
And for a couple of reasons. I love Big Trouble in Little China. I love Kim Cattrall. I love Kurt Russell. I love all of it. I don't want to see him fuck it up. So if they were rebooting, remaking, right, we would have a really good blueprint. If they're doing anything else with Jack Burton,
But they're not.
oh, then it's not
If
Big
you
Trouble
don't
in Little
think-
China.
If you don't think for a second old man Jack Burton doesn't show up in this movie, then you're
But
crazy.
that's different. He's not going
It's
to be leading it.
it's not-
The Rock...
I mean, if The Rock is a different character,
Yes.
but then why? Then you can't call it Big Trouble in Little China, right? You have to call it something else.
But there's connections between the events of this movie and the events of the first one. They're like there's a little bit of crossover, but not totally intertwined. So like Big Trouble in Little China, the original, is informing some of the stuff that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson will be doing.
Then why can't they call it something else?
Because they wanted to be connected to the other movie. They
Why couldn't it be Slightly Less Trouble in Big Tokyo?
Fender Bender in Tokyo. That's what
Slight
you want.
altercation in Bangkok.
Now we're turning into Tokyo Drift, and now we're back into Fast and Furious.
Kerfuffle
I gotta tell you,
in
I
Hong
just
Kong.
watched all the movies again.
Wait, hold on. No. I'm not letting that go by. Kerfuffle in Hong Kong. Yes.
Yeah.
I approve. So you're saying just make something new and don't even connect it to the other movies?
No, reboot it. Reboot it.
What?
I want it rebooted, and I want a series of movies. I want Big Trouble in Little China,
Big
The
Trouble in
Fate of Big Trouble
Koreatown.
in Little China, Faster Big Trouble in Little China,
Big Trouble in Little China,
Two-
Tokyo Drift.
Two Trouble,
Tokyo
Two
Drift.
China.
I want it all. I want a brand new 8-movie series of Big Trouble in Little China. Or I want you to call it something else.
Gonna have to respectfully disagree with you there, sir. All right, our next topic is our fault and your fault, listener, and your fault, Patreon people. The Meg has passed Solo, a Star Wars story, at the box office.
And in fact, it has passed it by 3 ticket sales exactly. You're welcome, the Meg.
This is our fault, damn it. Listen, I don't know if that speaks better for the Meg or really bad for Solo, a Star Wars story. I can't tell.
It speaks well for our Patreon subscribers.
It does.
Good job, guys.
You guys picked the winner. Yes, you did, and you made us watch it, and then we did a special episode just for you.
We all loved it. I don't know.
Stop saying that.
And now it's beating Black Panther at the box office. Good job, guys.
And if you want to see how much we loved it, you should subscribe to our Patreon for $10 or more, and then you'll be able to hear our glowing review.
Become a patron, and it is not a glowing review.
It is.
We answered the question: did Jason Statham kick a shark?
Yes, we did.
All right. So listen, I just wanted to. That's not good news for Solo, which was fine. That movie is a movie
Mediocre.
Yeah. But the Meg was awful, and Star Wars was mediocre, and yet here we are with that movie doing better. Josh, this is a topic that you threw into the list, and I'm curious. The first True Detective Season 3 trailer dropped. We got old age makeup. We got memories. Here's the thing. I didn't watch the trailer because I did not like True Detective Season 2. Season 1 was so good. Season 2, so disappointing. I'm scared of being hurt for Season 3. Why is this worth my time?
2 words.
Yes.
Proper noun.
Okay.
Mahershala Ali
Mm-hmm.
is the reason. I honestly, I mean, between what we've seen him do in Luke Cage, in Moonlight, and I know you were critical. People didn't see Moonlight. I've seen Moonlight. It's a great movie, and his role was fantastic. His role in Hidden Figures was solid. Like, he's a great actor.
He's in House of Cards as well. He plays Remy. He's
exactly right. Yeah. He plays Remy Denton in House of Cards.
He's a great actor.
I watched the trailer. I feel like he can play this sort of damaged, nostalgic, regretful, going back in the past to fix something type role, or going back into his memories to solve a problem today. Like, I feel like this is probably the right guy, because you're right. The last series was bad, and like I got through like 2-3 episodes. And maybe.
Do you think they learned their lessons from season 2? That this season will be good, because again, we talked about how trailers are
built to make us
do this, right? So fine, but that doesn't mean the end result will. So I mean, do you think that they've learned enough?
I'm back on anything HBO. You got to give a shot.
Okay.
I mean, anything HBO, you have to say, I will watch at minimum an episode or 2 of this.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's true.
Right. So let's start there.
No,
come on, Brian.
2 episodes. What? 2 episodes is not a lot to ask.
But we're here with Brian, who can't muster the intestinal fortitude to watch an episode of anything.
That's not true,
because he's too busy.
I'm a very busy man.
Very busy man. He's a busy man. He's got things and places and anniversaries and people.
Cats and foldy mates and fidget cubes. And
he's got all those things. Spider-Mans.
You guys give way too much credit to HBO, because I've seen plenty of shows that are not good at all.
Absolutely. And we're saying HBO. You can kind of know they're not good after 1 or 2 episodes.
I mean, really, how many are not good?
The Leftovers. Terrible show. You got that after season.
How many seasons of The Leftovers do we have now?
Like 3.
It's over.
So
it's over.
It's over. But
I knew after 3 episodes, I was like, oh, well, this is not for me.
I knew by the trailer, this is not for me. Right? So I went, I'm not going to watch this show. It just seems weird.
But you just said you have to give every HBO show at least an episode.
Listen, and I think we all know by now, I'm a very do as I say, not as I fucking do kind of guy. So I think all of y'all should.
You can't make him play his saxophone, Brian.
I can't make you play your saxophone, but you should, is all I'm saying.
We got some Netflix news, which is Henry Cavill is going to star in their Witcher series. The Witcher, of course, is based off the popular video game.
Which is based off a series of books.
Oh, you're right. Yes, it is. My bad. My apologies for not mentioning the books, which, of course, everybody read and loved, enjoyed, and became a very popular success. And not the most popular video game in existence besides your purchased Spider-Man game.
I have heard of the video
I love how
game.
you make these claims with no backup at all.
No facts to back it up.
It is a popular video game. It is not the most popular video game.
Yeah, I mean video games, right? It's The Witcher, and then Super Mario Brothers,
Right.
and then The Legend of Zelda,
And Pac-Man.
and then and Pong, and there's no other video game.
Right. When we did that episode where we talked about things getting inducted into the Video Game Hall of Fame, obviously The Witcher was top.
The Witcher was the top.
Thank you.
one.
I appreciate you, Josh.
I will continue to validate that Pong does not belong on that list.
But there is one thing. God damn it. There is one thing that we do know about this. The character that Henry Cavill plays, whose name escapes me, so don't at me.
Geralt.
Thank you. Has a see, it's so popular, Brian. You know the name.
Brian knows.
I
'cause he plays the game.
just play video games. That's it. You fuckers don't.
He has a majestic beard, does he not, Brian? Does he not have a glorious beard?
In the third one,
Okay, well
not in the first
he
two.
will probably have.
I
which
hope they
means-
have to CGI his beard
I mean, at some
because
point-
of some other filming.
Right, the new Superman movie. They'll have to get rid of the whole half of his face for this, right? Or
be
just
like a
give
cave.
Superman a beard.
It'll be a
Or they could
cavernous-
just give Superman a beard. That'd be nice.
He's got
He
Shrek
had a
face
beard
for
a while.
half of it.
He had a beard.
But listen,
It's canon.
Brian, a lot of people are very into this video game. They're very excited for this, and Henry Cavill starring in this. What do you think, as a person who has played the video game and the source material here? Is this acceptable casting? This is something that we should be excited for, and will non-video game people enjoy this? Do you think?
I think this is Netflix's answer to Game of Thrones coming off of the air. And
Oh, wow.
Wow. Really?
yeah. Well, you
Yeah, let's
fuckers
see if
haven't
it
played
pays
the
off for
game.
'em.
It's very Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings-esque.
Is it?
Yes, this is.
What is it?
I can't explain the story to you because I'm going to be here for 5 hours.
Oh.
But what I will say is it's set in this very mythical land with him. It's him and he befriends two other people and they have to save the continent from evil. It's very Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings, but less walking. And I don't care who plays Geralt. Honestly, I think it's a bigger deal that Henry Cavill signed on for a Netflix show.
Right.
More
You're
than
saying
anything.
Henry Cavill doesn't have many other offers, so he's resorting
No,
to
I'm
Netflix?
saying Henry Cavill is a huge movie
Huge
star
name,
right now.
Kinda.
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 He's been in
Excuse me.
two huge franchises now.
Let me just. I understand he's Superman. I get it, right? But
And he was in one of the top grossing movies of the summer.
Right.
who are the biggest comic book heroes of all time?
Superman, Batman,
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, those three,
Yeah.
right?
Top
Okay.
three.
Superman, Batman, Spider-Man.
Yes.
We've had umpteen Batmans. We've had umpteen Spider-Mans. We've had a few Supermans. I like putting the S on the end of the names.
I noticed that.
Who is a bigger star? Hemsworth or Henry Cavill?
I would say they're about the same.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
No, they
I would
absolutely are
put
about
them-
the same.
I would put them at the same level.
I
want you to
don't
name
see how you
three-
guys are saying that. I
I
don't see
want
how
you to
you're
name-
actually saying it like bold face,
Because
staring at
Name
me.
three
saying
other things that Hemsworth has done besides Thor.
No,
Yeah.
that's kind of my point. Is that Thor has made him a bigger star than Superman has made Henry
I would
Cavill.
disagree.
He's
I
not
would
a
say-
star if
I
you can't name three other things
Henry
he's
Cavill
done.
as Superman.
I would say Henry Cavill has gotten more notoriety out of two Superman roles than Thor has gotten out of what, 5 times that he's 6 times he's reprised that role?
I don't see
6.
how you're saying that. Like
And
Hemsworth, and
Brian's
I'm
got the
not-
other
I'm
point
not
for
a
the
fan
people
of
who don't give a
advocating-
shit about comic book movies at all, who will never see them. They went and they all saw Mission Impossible Fallout, and he's in there. And he's a recognizable, really
yes,
cool role.
He is recognizable.
No one saw
absolutely.
Ghostbusters and was like, Chris Hemsworth's hilarious. Like, no one did that. No one saw the movie where
Stop giving him names. Stop giving him answers. He still never gave me 3 other roles that he's done besides Thor.
Yeah.
I don't think I need to. Like your whole premise.
Your whole premise is that he's a bigger star than Cavill. If he was, you would be able to name another role he's been in besides
Your whole
Thor.
premise for Star Trek was that Hemsworth is one of the biggest names out there. That was your entire argument.
No, my entire argument was
for the Star
pay
Trek
the man.
for the Star Trek movie.
He was a bigger name than Pine.
Was a bigger name than Pine.
Right, and he is a bigger name than Pine.
I think Chris Pine is a bigger name than Henry Cavill.
Okay, no. All right, so let me get this in the right order here. When it comes between these three actors that we're going for, Henry Cavill, Chris Hemsworth, and then way down somewhere else is Chris Pine.
I disagree.
Some other list is Chris Pine, which I'm sure he's like the ninth famous Chris. Like, there's a Chris from Craft Services, which is more famous than Chris Pine.
So much clout.
Because of Thor. Brian's point is right. If you take Thor away, the mall walkers, the people who don't want to see the comic book movies.
If you take Thor away, Chris Hemsworth doesn't exist.
Right, that's my whole point. But if you take Superman away from Henry Cavill, he still has Mission Impossible.
How you can take Thor away? Like, how do you...
Let's just take this. Let's take the two biggest roles that these two actors have, right? One of them is Superman, one of them is Thor. Eliminate that role, just entirely. Poof, Thanos, snap it. What are you left with for Henry Cavill? I can name right now that he is in Mission Impossible Fallout, one of the highest grossing movies of the summer.
That was a great movie. Absolutely. And he shot his cuffs magnificently.
What else has Chris Hemsworth been in? Name
not
another
a ton, but that doesn't matter.
Point.
Of course it matters. That's how you prove he's a star.
Yes. I don't know how this is so hard for you to grasp.
Like, I think you guys are giving Henry Cavill like way too much credit. I think if he was as big a star as you think he is, he would not be signing on for The Witcher. Is what I'm saying.
I don't think that's true at all. I think Netflix. My point is Netflix is throwing that much money at this that they got Henry Cavill. It's not about time. It's not about clout. It's about the fact that Netflix is investing a shit ton of money in this, which is why I'm saying it's the next Game of Thrones, or at least going to try to be the next Game of Thrones. I didn't bring up Henry Cavill's stardom. You did, sir. And now I'm angry.
I think it's bullshit. I don't think it's stardom. I think it's him saying, I need some work.
I disagree. Henry Cavill doesn't need work.
He's got plenty of shit to do.
He's fine. The man is fine.
I don't see this series as a thing. I don't see it as a thing.
All right. Well, we will have to check back when this comes out, which we don't really have a release date for.
2020.
2020. All right. Well,
2020. So we've got 2 more years of arguing about this shit? Fucking great.
Wait till we get a trailer, and then we have to yell about remember in 2018 how you said Henry Cavill was a bigger star? Who was the other guy you were talking about? What was his name?
Thor. That was his name. We're always going to remember that. You think that's going someplace?
We'll know his name as Thor.
Probably not.
Wait.
Not by 2020.
Wait, hold on. We'll definitely know him as Thor, but we'll know who Henry Cavill is.
Not by 2020.
We'll be talking about Henry
with your
Cavill.
Old man voice.
Well, I was in a terrible accident, Josh, and I really don't like the fact that you just bring it up and then just dismiss it that way. Part of who I am. Get over it. All right, let's talk about something that we can all just go, well, yeah, no shit, Sherlock. The Academy of Motion Pictures has decided to postpone its new popular movie category for the Oscars this year, to which I said, yeah, this was a dumb idea to begin with. Thank you. I appreciate you coming to common sense and realizing that you were stupid. You had nowhere to go with it.
Instead, they're going to give the Lifetime Achievement Award to Henry Cavill because he's a bigger star than Chris Hemsworth.
No, but now this is the case where we can have a movie like Black Panther make the running for Best Picture rather than pushing it to be.
I know
they were, but now it removes the Academy from even trying to pigeonhole it into this popular movie thing, which they didn't even define. So good. Good on them. Let's get Black Panther an Oscar, everybody, okay? You know someone in Hollywood at some point. Grease some wheels. Make it happen.
For costumes or what are we talking about?
No, Best Picture. No.
Yeah, they're pushing for
Best Picture. It wants to be nominated. Nope. Nominated. I don't say it has to win. It has to be nominated for Best. It's the highest grossing movie.
Stop it.
It's made $1 billion. How does that not even get a consideration for Best Picture?
Stop it.
For $1 billion? That means everybody saw it.
Stop it.
I'm really glad Josh wasn't here when we initially brought up this topic, and the fact that you brought it up again makes me angry.
Making Brian angry one topic at a time. Hey, Brian, here's the topic we can get angry about because you apparently don't seem to like HBO. And Josh...
I never said that. I just don't hold them on this golden pedestal that you both do. Because they had 4 great shows.
Oh, 4?
Shots fired.
I'll give you The Sopranos. I'll give you The Wire. Don't you fucking say Ballers, because that show is shit.
You're out of your mind. Ballers fucking great.
I'll give you Game of Thrones.
Entourage.
I'll give you Entourage.
Silicon Valley.
Yep.
Okay, 5 great shows.
Westworld. You didn't mention Westworld.
Westworld.
I haven't watched season 2 yet. So
Doesn't matter. That's a good show.
Call.
Westworld.
I heard season 2 was
Oh, you heard. Okay, yeah, great. It's still a good show.
I mean, Sex and the City was an HBO show,
Very,
wasn't it?
very popular.
You really would classify Sex in the City
No,
as
not
a
me.
great show?
Not me. Not me. But
insanely,
people.
dude, it's so popular. It went to TBS. Like,
Right. Curb Your Enthusiasm.
good.
Oh my God, he just Googled HBO shows. Here we go.
I absolutely. Because you deserve this now. You brought this on yourself. People love Big Little Lies. I don't know why, but they love it. It's like it's not my thing.
Oh, the newsroom.
Yeah,
The newsroom. Fucking
Baby.
love the newsroom. Aaron Sorkin.
Come on.
You're ridiculous, Brian. So anyway, HBO is quietly saying goodbye to its adult entertainment.
I can't even go
Now-
through this list. It's so long. Arliss.
Can we move on from that?
No, not at this point.
All right.
Tenacious D was fantastic. The Larry Sanders Show. Now we're getting what my understanding is we're talking about HBO because they're getting rid of their adult content,
Yes.
which no one has watched since the dawn of the internet.
Just because you got rid of the actual adult content, I've included a link to the show notes to
fucking Boardwalk Empire.
Oh, there you go. Okay, are you good? You have like good
No,
show
I'm not
HBO
good.
Tourette's.
Brian, like what ridiculous statement. True Blood was great.
No, it was not.
And I don't even like that shit, and it was good to watch.
No, it was not.
It was fun to watch, and there were, sexy times and violence, and it was fun. People even like that stupid Sacha Baron Cohen show, which is just awful.
The Ali G show.
And Inside the NFL was on HBO for like 30 years, which was like a mainstay in like American professional football broadcasting. I just, when you say shit like HBO doesn't have good shows, they have 4. That's the same. Like, you get pissed off when CJ says shit with zero statistical background, and then you said 4 shows. Hey, by the way, The Kids in the Hall was on HBO.
Josh, you seem a little elevated. You all right there?
I am angry.
Okay, now you know how I feel when you say stupid shit like Henry Cavill's not a big star.
He's not a big star.
Children, I need to get. I will turn this car around if we don't get back on the road. We're not even done screen
We're
to
still
screen.
on the road.
We're not done screen
Who
to screen.
cares about the fact that they're getting rid of adult entertainment? As Josh said, since Hope made her big break on the internet, it doesn't matter.
Yes, you're getting rid of the adult entertainment that Josh has accurately stated. No one's watched since the invention of the internet, even on
The dawn
dial-up,
of the internet.
right?
Yeah.
You don't need
if
to.
if you've got access to Pornhub, you're probably okay.
You had the opportunity to say RedTube, and you didn't take it.
No, CJ, everybody here's already on RedTube. I'm introducing them to a whole new
great peanut butter smack.
a whole new world, a new fantastic point of view.
So anyway, you may get rid of the adult entertainment that no one's watched since the dawn of the internet. However, I've included a link to the show in the show notes here to a YouTube video that says it's not porn, it's HBO, which is hilarious, and I highly recommend you watch it. All the content that is good on HBO, like look at Westworld. Everyone's fucking naked on Westworld. And if you look at Game of Thrones, there's so much sex and violence. Like, the adult content is still that you want. Listen, if you're really,
However,
if you don't have access to the internet, you have like parental locks and all the stuff, but you have like an Apple TV with HBO, you're still set, kid. You're
listen,
still there.
as a kid again who was not censored at all, this was really provocative shit.
Oh yeah,
and like you're right. In today, 2018,
no big deal.
everything is hypersexualized.
Absolutely. But back in
Right?
the early 90s, early 2000s, early aughts even still.
Right, I mean, in the late 80s, early 90s, everything was sort of muted. There was no violence. There was, sexual references and innuendo, but HBO After Dark or whatever the fuck it was called, like
Right.
that shit was taboo AF. It was out there. To the point where, like, you flip it on and you're like, I'm uncomfortable watching this. I'm going to turn
I'm
it
not
off.
going to watch Taxi Cab Confessional. That's just not.
That,
that's just
dude,
not
I'm
happening.
serious. That shit was crazy.
It was. I'm not saying we should mourn it or anything like that because it hasn't left HBO really, or left any access to it. It's just just something.
I'm
to bring up
glad that
direction.
original content goes away. Like, that's probably not stuff we need to broadcast. It's a little crazy.
And it's a lot of money that you could just spend on something else. Like, just make a better show. Put Henry Cavill in it. I heard he's a good star. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to look at the world of comic books. See how it's affecting TV, see how it's affecting movies, but most of all, how it's affecting Brian. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Cape Talk.
Cape Talk.
Brian, we saw a tweet, right? And you instantly ran to our group chat and said, yes, look at this. And it was Brie Larson tweeting at Entertainment Weekly saying, hey, how about we break the internet tomorrow? And they're
The
like,
magazine cover does not.
and they're like,
break the
yeah,
internet.
hold on, sir. All right, let me finish this. Let me finish this, and then I'll yell at you for being wrong. And then we found out that it was just a magazine cover of Captain Marvel and her.
I've seen the costume
in her full glory, but it's like the first official release of the costume.
I've seen it. I've seen it.
It's fine.
I seen it.
It's no big deal. However, Brian, I do want you to know that when you have just said no one can break the internet with a magazine cover, literally the phrase break the internet happened because of Kim Kardashian's magazine cover.
Care.
But you can't say you can't break the internet with a magazine cover when it broke the internet because of a magazine cover.
We're right back into the statistical proving you wrong shit.
No, that is literally where the phrase came from, was Kim Kardashian broke the internet with her freaking thing.
It's good.
Don't care.
Oh, you're talking about Brian this time. Okay, my bad.
Brian being wrong. This is Brian's on a wrong streak today. It's good.
All right. Now let's
Sound
like a bulldog. All right, let's move on. Listen, this was a topic I wanted to bring up last week, and we didn't get to, so I just want to address it now. Alec Baldwin has been cast in the Joker. And
then 3 days later, he pulled out.
So he's going to play Thomas Wayne, and then he went, I'm not going to play Thomas Wayne?
Yeah, he was like,
He legitimately said there's 25 other guys who could play this role. I'm out.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, no, someone...
Which bodes really well for the movie itself.
Yeah.
That shows you that he saw a script.
Like, that's true.
It is.
If you're going to cast Alec Baldwin, you can cast anyone.
But here's the deal. Someone tried to leak this to hype up this movie again, just to have someone else go, shut the fuck up. Like, no, that's like, no, this isn't... Who gave you the right?
Why?
Yeah, like I can't believe we're talking about like
no. It's just funny.
Are we all going to see the movie?
Why is Thomas Wayne even in this movie?
Who cares? Nobody cares.
I care.
No.
I care
because this is how we got Gotham, Josh. This is how we get Gotham.
It makes no fucking sense. Why? Thomas Wayne should not be in this movie.
Joker origin movie.
Well, I mean, if you're talking about a Joker origin movie, and we go back to your beloved Tim Burton Batman, he killed Thomas Wayne. So
that's first off. Not the official origin, and secondly,
I'm not saying anything about it being official. I'm saying that's everybody's sort of cinematic universe.
The only thing I would want Thomas Wayne to be in the Joker movie is that it's in Gotham City, and Thomas Wayne is on a TV screen or in on an event going, "I've made this city good. I've been installed a rail and given you fresh water. Goodbye." Here's
the problem. From what I understand, this version of Thomas Wayne is very douchebag, corporate. Person.
All right. Well, Alec Baldwin's good for that.
Yeah. No, It doesn't matter because that's not the character.
Yeah.
That's never been the character.
So listen,
I hate everything about this movie. I hope it burns to the ground.
All right. That's somebody else shitting on DC. That is
Speaking
not
of
me.
movies I wish would burn to the ground. No, I'm joking.
Aquaman.
I actually do want to see Aquaman.
This is interesting. The first reactions to Aquaman's screening kind of hit the internet, and people are comparing it to early Marvel movies, which is a damn bold statement.
Such as?
Like, people are saying...
Mostly Thor.
What?
They keep on saying Thor.
Do they really?
I mean,
I was going to say Iron Man.
Brian already said that. Didn't Brian already say that?
They keep on saying Thor.
Don't say Thor. Don't say Thor, because then we're going back right into Chris Hemsworth territory here.
No, we have to. They're saying it's about as good as Thor: The Dark World, maybe the first Thor.
Oh, that was
Dark
awful.
World
Don't say
sucked.
that. Go back to the first
Did
one.
you read that? Because that's what they were saying. That's what the people are saying.
The people like Thor: Dark World? Did they do they remember that movie? Christopher Eccleston was awful.
Thor: The Dark World was an early Marvel movie.
Look at this. The film is being compared to Thor: The Dark World. That kind of sucks then. And yeah. What are the... Ugh. All right.
You all just got so deflated right now. Ugh. It's really funny to watch.
Like, and you said Black Panther underwater, but isn't it more Asgard underwater, or isn't it the exact same story no matter what? Like, it's just the same thing recycled. It's fine because comic book stories follow themes, right? And
right.
We all love that shit about comics.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
However, this movie is just not seeming like it's gonna be a good Like, I'm not even sure it's going to be a movie right now.
Ooh, wow. Wait, is it a movie that we may put on our Patreon list of bad movies that we have to see?
No, we're going to see it either way. It's Aquaman.
regardless.
We don't have a choice. It's a comic book movie. I mean,
I don't have a choice, man. I'm shackled to these movies.
Right. We are obligated to see every one of these movies because it's just who we are.
Right.
Right. We live our lives a quarter mile at a time. We have to see these movies. It's just who we are.
You said a quarter panel if you want to really kind of make it a comic book reference. All right.
Nope.
There's no such thing as a quarter
I just think
panel.
I did exactly what I intended.
All right. I just think I think it's interesting that they are comparing it to early Marvel movies as if that's a good thing. And the movie that they reference is Thor: The Dark World, which is like the worst.
I mean, the earliest Marvel movie was the Hulk movie.
Yes.
Which was really good.
if we're going to compare it, like, what I wanted to hear was comparing it to early Marvel movies, like Iron Man. Like, all right, but you're going to give me Thor Dark. I would have taken regular Thor Dark World. Ooh, no, thank you. No, thank you. All right, I'm doing this next one in honor of our topic. It is time for me to go around the internet and find the weird, the obscure, and ask for a tech perspective. And I'm doing that voice because William Shatner has a Christmas album that's up for pre-order. But I was in the middle of the. You're both doing it now. Great.
So good.
All right, I just want to.
I just anticipate it, and it brings me so much joy. So you found a thing about Chris Pine having a Christmas album.
William Shatner, sir.
Okay. Whatever you say.
I didn't find this. Who found this? This wasn't me.
I did.
Okay, good. I was like, don't put this on me. I didn't look at this topic and said...
I found it because I thought it seemed like the most ridiculous thing ever.
This warrants No, the most ridiculous thing ever
This is like his second or third album.
It is.
The picture in the article alone with his glued on, like, white goatee where he's like, I want to be Santa, but I'm not committing at all. I'm going to wear a flannel shirt. I'm going to put on a stick-on beer.
In the show notes, if you click the article, and I'm looking at the Shatner Claus Christmas album cover... Oof. It doesn't appear that his Ray-Bans have
yes, the one ear is missing.
He's not. They don't actually connect to his ears. He just
they're
affixes
Morpheus.
Like Morpheus. He affixes Ray-Bans, like he cuts the arms off of his sunglasses.
There's no arm going over his ear.
And affixes them just to the bridge of his nose, like Morpheus. Is what we're led to believe William Shatner can do with a pair of Ray-Bans. But also, he records with Hank Rollins, Brad Paisley, Todd Rundgren. He records with Iggy Pop. Like, who the hell? These people are like major recording artists. And they're like, yeah, we'll do a Shatner Claus album with you and your armless Ray-Bans.
I just want to hear Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. It's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Nah, he's gonna sing.
No.
He's
No.
Kool-Aid is what I want to hear at some point. Oh yeah.
No. This is gonna be another Rocket Man.
Nah, he's not gonna talk it out.
Oh, I hope he's gonna talk it out, bro.
Silent Night featuring Iggy Pop. Give me that song right now. I will start the holiday season as we speak.
I am not a fan of Christmas music, but this is an album I would probably listen to. I hope it hits Apple Music and I can just stream it because I'm not.
I get it, and we all worked retail for a long time. So like the nonstop Christmas music from sort of Black Friday until January. We've all had it, right? But I will say this. I love certain Christmas music. And there's some things that when I hear them, I'm just Christmassy. I'm Christmassy as fuck when I hear certain songs. I'm hoping Shatner gives me something. Just one song.
Yourself, hey, merry little Christmas. Let your heart be mine.
Oh, I think you're being unreasonably judgmental.
No, listen, I'm still down for this because it's called Shatner Claus. And I mean, just like, you got me there.
So, the fact that he can wear those Ray-Bans with no arms. He's got aviators on that have no arms connecting them to his ears.
I really need you to go to the show notes and look at this. The sunglasses are not connected to his face. I don't know how they're doing. They're defying gravity. Shatner Claus will come out October 26th. You can pre-order it now on CD or vinyl. Oh, God.
That way I can play it in the park while I take pictures of bums.
Can we get Patrick Stewart to release a like Halloween album where he does spooky, scary songs and like Monster Mash. Can we get that to happen? Wouldn't you like
Who's
that?
Who's the guy that played the really good captain? Pike? Who's him? Let's get him to do something.
Yeah, I'd be down for that. But Brian, our final topic for today, I think it's focused all around you because I need to know how
It's
you
really
feel
not.
that the last Blockbuster video is getting its own craft beer called, well, the last Blockbuster, which
What's it taste like? Shame?
I hope it tastes like red vines and overdue feast.
It has the label, and it's a sinister black ale, which is interesting. I don't dislike black ale. I think it's kind of a misnomer because generally people confuse it with like a Doppelbock, and they're not nearly the same thing.
It has a light body, a smooth finish, and hints of nostalgia.
Right. I feel like we need to get Matt McCall in on this conversation, but there's look
nuances of red licorice.
nostalgia.
It's nuances of red licorice in it as well.
There's no nuances of red licorice.
That's what it says in the release.
That's
sir.
You know why? Because someone, like you said, CJ, shouted red vines, red vines,
red vines,
red vines,
red vines
at the cask while it was fermenting. They just shouted red vines.
Oh my God.
They threw Twizzler packages at the barrel.
Speaking of which, does anyone have any feelings on the last Blockbuster that they need to add before we go ahead and mock something else for being yelled at? Great, fantastic.
Not at all. No.
Metallica is releasing their own whiskey. Hold on, let me get the name of this. What is it called? Okay, it's called Blackened American Whiskey. And the reason that it's a Metallica whiskey, the reason you know it's a Metallica whiskey is while it was in the barrels, they literally blasted it with Metallica music. They literally did what we joke about. They literally just played Metallica music at the whiskey and were like, now we've enhanced the flavor. I hope no one got the Sandman one. It's very coarse.
Was it like what happened to the slime in Ghostbusters 2?
Yes, and then the toaster dances.
Yeah, the toaster dances, the Statue of Liberty walks through New York.
Keeping me higher. Yes.
No? Is that what happened?
I hope it is.
If that's what happened to the whiskey, I want to try it. If that didn't happen to the whiskey, I have no interest.
I just want you to take a sip of it and go, often Neverland. Oh, wow, that was weird.
Do you have, is there a link for, can I look at this?
Oh, yeah.
Is it actually bourbon? What is it? Metallica's new blackened whiskey is aged with the metal band, but just blasted by subwoofers. It's the aging process. Oh my God, this is
right.
Okay, listen.
Oh, why?
I am, and people know the folks that know me understand that I enjoy libation.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Josh, I do want to clear one thing up. I know that
no. Let me say this. I will say I do like very much that the only thing they blasted at these barrels was "And Justice for All." It's my favorite Metallica record.
That is not all they blasted.
That's what it says right here.
Know.
It says,
"Go ahead."
No,
this each batch
it's
of the
named. It's named after
that. Each batch of Blackened was enhanced by its own Metallica playlist, and there is links to Spotify and Apple Music. And if you click it, here are the songs that they blasted. For this one.
If they played anything after "And Justice for All," and that does include the Black Album and Enter Sandman and all that shit, if they played anything after "And Justice for All," I'm out.
Here, I just sent you the link.
I'm gonna be so fucking pissed off.
This is ridiculous. This really is what we talk about with my seltzer every week of just someone yelled, lemon lime at it. And...
No, this is terrible. No, this is terrible. This whiskey is going to taste just awful.
What are some of the songs on this that are
awful.
completely egregious, besides the fact that they have one song from the MI2 soundtrack, which should be a red flag to begin with?
Right. The I Disappear is terrible. Sad, but look, anything from the Black Album is disqualified. The Outlaw Torn, are you fucking kidding me? Listen,
I like Sad But True.
I'm fine with look, you want to blast Kill 'Em All at a barrel of whiskey? You want to blast Ride the Lightning, Master of Puppets, and Justice for All? Yes. If you want to blast anything beyond that, you're ruining the whiskey. Just you're doing it wrong, and you're ruining.
Here's my bigger question: you can blast music out of whiskey. How the hell does that affect the taste at all?
Oh, I think if my whiskey listens to,
Is it like a plant? Like if I play
Seek and Destroy,
right,
for like 30 days in a row, it's gonna have a bite to it.
So
like there's gonna be I'm gonna regret taking a shot of that. Is it like right? But like, you know, if it listens to Sanitarium, right? Maybe it's a little bit more muted and sad.
Brian, if I may, the last blockbuster veer.
Brian's like, I've never heard a Metallica song ever. So
Brian, I've heard plenty of Metallica songs.
Brian, if I may,
they're just all the Black Album and newer.
If the last blockbuster beer were to be subjected to having movies played to it while it was brewing, what movies would make that beer taste better?
Or worse.
Or worse. Pick your path. What would you do to either enhance it or ruin it?
Why would I ruin it?
That Metallica did. So
I would just enhance it with stuff like the first Jurassic Park and the Back to the Future trilogy and Jaws and Men in Black and
how does that
every
help
Marvel
your beer?
movie. Huh?
How does that help your beer? How does that add to your beer? Well, see, then why are you saying those things?
Because I'm thinking of good movies. I don't know. First off, I don't know how beer is made. I'm not gonna lie. I just drink it. All right. Secondly, I don't even know what we're talking about anymore. I'm so lost, and my computer keeps freezing. So I have no clue what's happening. All I heard is Metallica played their music at Whiskey, and Josh is mad about some song selections, and that's it.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, before we leave today, I need a favor from you. Yes, you, listener. I need you to share the show. I need you to give us a 5-star review on iTunes. And I'm asking that because sharing is the ultimate internet currency, and we thank you for your donation. You can also find us on Facebook or Twitter. Just search at That Kind of Nerd, or find us on Instagram at That Kind of Nerd Podcast. I want to thank you so much for making us your walk around your neighborhood or your drive to work, and we will see you all next week.
If you love comics and sci-fi and technology, television, video games, and fantasy, well, take a listen to our show, I'm sure you'll see there's many points where we can agree. Like that Martha as the plot point was just too absurd, and Apple versus Android is a case to be heard, and that Josh Trank's new Fantastic Four was a turd. Well, welcome to the club, because you are that kind of nerd.
I'm thinking,
What is he doing over there?
What do you mean?
I don't even know what she does. I don't even know what she does. Meatloaf, Brian!
Meatloaf!
Oh my god. Can I just get through this, please?
Can you? I'm not sure.
What is
September
do I need to get you a juice box?
I just want to play my game. Okay?
Looking forward to this.
Oh, bro,
I've
I'm
been
going to
looking
draw
forward
this
to
out.
it for 2
We've got a
weeks.
packed agenda. We have got a packed agenda, and I plan on talking about every topic in detail.
Of course.
I included supplemental material for one of them.
We are going to have, this is going to be like, essentially, we probably release 2 episodes on this.
I think that's an accurate statement. I'm not even editing this out. This is staying in.
Yeah, let's go, Brian.
Let's just do it.
You're in such a hurry.
Let's do it raw.
We got like another 3 hours to go.
We'll do it live.
This virus is telling me I have 203 issues on my Mac. I don't think so.
I got 99 problems.
But the virus ain't one. Oh god, he froze.
Oh no!
What are the odds of that?
Frozen.
Like, it's right.
The suspense is killing me.
So, what happened? What are the movies, Brian? I have to know.
What?
You froze. You completely
and the movies
froze. And the movies are Frozen. And we're sitting here like,
I just said it all.
What?
What are they?
What are the movies? What are the movies?
Tell me the movies. The worst time to freeze is hilarious. Oh god! Did you get to say them all?
No, I said them all, and I said, "Please be kind of us. Don't make me see a simple favor." Go. Kerfuffle in Hong Kong.
Wait, hold on. No. I'm not letting that go by. Kerfuffle in Hong Kong. Yes.
Yeah.
I approve.
There's your episode title.
No, I still
figure out how to spell kerfluffle.
I think it's it's either
spell kerfuffle.
I can't make you play your saxophone or that other thing that you said that was.
Oh yeah, they're both good. You're missing an L, Brian. When you say it, it's like a kerfluffle.
It's not kerfluffle. It's kerfuffle.
It's kerfuffle.
I don't think it's kerfuffle.
It's kerfuffle.
I'm almost positive it's kerfuffle.
It's kerfuffle.
If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Vanilla, right?
More interesting searches by Josh Burns. Laura goes on the computer. Why are you Googling kerfuffle?
Kerfluffle. There's two. Okay, it's acceptable both ways.
Woo!
I've heard
Just
it
like I
both
am,
ways.
apparently.
So everybody's right, and we can all have cake.
Everyone gets a participation trophy. Yay! Christian's gonna grow up one day and be like, God, seriously, Dad? Like, you brought out the fucking saxophone on the goddamn show?
Jesus Christ. When I'm dead and he's playing this shit for his grandkids, he's gonna go, here's how fucked up my father was. Oh, you think you had it bad? No. He put my escapades out there for the world. I'm gonna say one thing, and it will reveal everything about my mood and intent this evening. We've been recording for almost 55 minutes. We're not halfway through this bitch.
Well,
mission accomplished.
There's a lot to.
Congratulations.
I'm just here to poke Brian tonight. That's all I'm doing.